It's not really my place to be sharing with you my thoughts publicly, but to be honest with you, I've had so many requests already for my thoughts. I figured I'd just share it with everybody. And this is what I want to say. We're going through crazy, crazy times at the moment. I have this powerful memory from 50 years ago on that dreaded Yom Kippur in my shul in London. I'll never forget looking at my father who had fought for 2 wars here in Israel, and seeing the pain on his face and looking at him with those eyes of, Abba, what on earth is going on? And yesterday, as we heard the azakot, we heard these sirens again and again and again, as we're there in our shuls here in Yerushalayim or HaKadosh. But this time, it was my children and my grandchildren looking at me. Abba, what is going on? Tata Zisa, what on earth is happening over here? So, Baruch Hashem, over the last 50 years, we've had Gedolim who have guided us consistently of how to deal with these kind of situations. And I've seen a consistent pattern. It's always 2 things. Number 1 is tefillah, tehillim, more tehillim, for our holy soldiers, for our brothers and sisters that are on the front lines, and for those throughout Eretz Yisrael that are living under tremendous, tremendous pressure and tremendous, tremendous tension. Rav Dov Landau in Bnei Brak, today he's considered the Gadol Ador. He has been suggesting that we should say Perek Tzadi Aleph, the special tefillah of Yoshe B'Seisei Elyon, that is called the Shir Shel Pagoim, as the main perek to say, but obviously we should say whatever prakim work for you and work for me. That is the world of tefillah, tears and tears for our brothers and sisters here in Eretz Yisrael. But then there's the second front, and that is the introspection. Our Gedolim never, ever pointed fingers at other people, never said they have to fix things. They never tried to figure out what HaKadosh Baruch Hu is trying to do. They never said, go Magog, this is the end of days. They never tried to understand HaKadosh Baruch Hu's ways that are way beyond their comprehension. Those questions will be answered by the Melech HaMashiach and Eliyahu HaNavi. But they did say that each one of us should look into our own backyard and ask ourselves the $1 million question, what can we fix? What can we fix in the higher worlds to be able to protect everyone down here? So I want to share with you my thoughts. This tragedy yesterday, this tragedy, 600 lives already, this tragedy began on the Shabbos that fell on Simchas Torah. It was an extraordinary date that HaKadosh Baruch Hu chose, and it's all about HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That date was chosen by Him, completely and totally by Him, not by Yamach Shemam, our enemies from Yishmael. So what is HaKadosh Baruch Hu saying to us? I don't know, but these are the thoughts that cross my mind. Number 1, it happened on Shabbos. So this year is different from all other years. The Holy Aruch Laner, the great tzaddik that lived 150 years ago, he said that when Shabbos is so powerful, that it is more powerful than Shofar, when Shabbos is more powerful than the ritzui, the help that we get from the Daled Minim, when Shabbos fuses with Simchas Torah to create this incredibly powerful day, because Shabbos is Me'ein Olam Haba, and Simchas Torah is that one day with us and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when those 2 days come together. There's so much power in Shabbos this year. Says the Aruch Laner, this is the time for us to mechazik ourselves in Shabbos, to make Shabbos more kadosh. Now, I'm not asking you to keep Shabbos more. We already keep Shabbos. But can we make it more kadosh? Can we make our Shabbos meals more kadosh? Can we make our tefillos more kadosh? Can we make Melava Malka more kadosh? Can we add levels of kedusha into Shabbos, which is the key to our success this year? The second thing is that it happened on Shabbos Simchas Torah. Not Shavuos, which is Kabbalah Torah, Simchas Torah. We live in an era where there's so much sadness, where there's so much pain, there's so much anxiety and tension. We have to find the true simcha in our lives, which is the simcha of Torah. This is the time for us to focus and ask ourselves, can we rejoice more in our Torah institutions, our yeshivas, our kollels, our seminaries, our schools, everything connected to Torah and the Torah that we study? Can we remind ourselves of the pure joy that we have to be able to connect to Kodesh Baruch Hu through His holy Torah. And thirdly and finally, we cannot get away from the fact that Simchas Torah is the end of a journey that began on Rosh Chodesh El. And during this time, we've made ourselves promises that we're going to try and fix things and try and change our ways. Is there anything that we said that we would do that needs more chizuk? Now is the time to work on that as well. To try and mechazik ourselves on what we know that we personally have to fix in our own backyards. And with these three things, we should turn to Kodesh Baruch and say, Kodesh Baruch Hu, enough tzaras, enough pain, enough sadness, enough, there's so much pain going on. As I'm speaking to you now, my niece, her parents are stuck in a house in Sderot, and they can't get help because their house is collapsed. They had a direct hit, and they were told that as long as you have food to eat, we're going to take care of our dead, and we're going to take care of our injured first until we get to you. That's what we're going through in Klal Yisrael today. Tell HaKadosh Baruch Hu, enough tzaras, enough pain. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we want to see your smile. We want to see your beauty. We want to see the simcha of your Torah. We want to see the kedusha of your Shabbos. Be'ez Hashem Yisbarach, together we're going to get through this. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to send us the Melech HaMashiach, who's going to answer all our questions and bring us to the true simcha of the world, Meher B'Yameinu.